It's a little bit of a giggle, but let's first of all give him a round of applause and bring him on and see what's going on over there in Obidos. How do you say it, Richard? Do you say Obidos or do you say Ubj?
Obidos.
Very good. Like
Definitely.
A natural, like a native there, mate.
Definitely.
How are you? What's going on there?
Yes, it's all happening now. The retirement continues to get busier and busier.
Yeah, what retirement?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what retirement. Yeah, it was. We'd had, I suppose, a tongue-in-cheek conversations with a lot of people, especially the lads at the football that I'm with over at Nadadoro, the strollers, and they always said, "Oh, you should take on that bar. You should get that bar." And we always joked about it.
In your head, aren't they?
Always those damn voices. And then finally, when we knew the incumbent was going to leave, it became a real possibility, I suppose. And then Simon Pilkington, a good friend of mine, and a drinker and fellow member of our Prohibition club, which I've talked to you about before, which was created a few years ago for a group of us to get together for a quiet drink. So Simon said, well, let's give it a go. So we actually said, well, let's test the water and see. The only thing that I wanted to be absolutely sure of was I didn't want it to be a single person or partnership owned business. I wanted it to be really along the lines of Communities Unite.
Well said,
and try and spread the ownership of the business to as many people as possible. So we got we just invited, we put it out on Facebook, on the normal groups, on the Communities Unite group, and said, look, we're going to start. This is not a not for profit like Communities United. This is going to be a proper business.
Yeah.
But what we want is as many investors as possible to have shared ownership of this place. And then we make it a real community hub for social gatherings, charitable events, music, especially at the heart of it all. Yeah. And we thought, why not call it the Prohibition Club? So we went in, or we should say, Oi Prohibido, which is the forbidden in Portuguese.
There we go, in Portuguese. That's fantastic. Can we have a little look there? And what we're talking about here is the what was the Rex Bar before. So shout out to Simon Gotto for bringing it that far. And what an amazing and challenging journey he had for all sorts of reasons at the Rex Bar. And now he's passed on the baton to you, O Prohibido, and you're going to be the Prohibition Bar there in Obj. So tell us more, show us more, if you will. Just do a bit of a show.
Okay, so I'm trying to work out on here how to reverse my camera. Is that actually possible on here?
It is possible. It's not always easy.
It's
almost like a yoga move.
If not, we'll have to do it the other way around, and then we'll see what happens.
Don't worry. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's have a look. No, it doesn't actually allow me to switch that around. So what I'm going to do, I'll do this.
Lovely sunny day there, Rich.
It wasn't earlier, but it is now. This is the ever-present Barry. Say hello, Barry.
Hola, bon dia, Barry.
Everybody's helping here. So this was the beer garden, as most people will remember. Been a lot of work going into rejuvenating these lovely barrels, which needed a lot of work. Okay. We've cleared the site completely now, and then this building is going to come down, or this lean-to, it's going to be made bigger and come out about 2 meters. And that will be our indoor music and sort of game sports area with a big TV, etc. in there. And then as we move in here, we get into where the real work's starting. We're just laying the new tiles today. So hopefully you can see.
All go there, isn't it?
It really is go. It really is. This bar's been rejuvenated with this beautiful piece of a lovely piece of which we've worked very hard on. Bit of Douglas fir there. It's all painted up already now. We're pretty good. There's going to be hopefully, if we get the proper permissions, they're all going to be glass doors at the entrance.
Yeah.
And that will shine onto this bar. There's going to be a huge bar.
All right, we've gone dark there for a minute, Richard. It's gone all black. But that will be the atmosphere sometimes when there's certain kinds of bands playing. It will be all dark in the Obidos.
Let's try and find you again now. Can't find you.
Obidos in Obidos there. That's amazing. Okay, so we're just re-establishing the connection with Richard now. Hopefully.
Do you want me to read? I'll rejoin
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Just come back on the link in just a moment, then, and we'll do the dad jokes with you. While you're doing that, let's show you what's going on in the Bairrada district this weekend. Food in Ancash near Anadia, a night of fado you can enjoy there. Soup festival in Palhaça Bairrada as well. Always a good soup festival going on, it seems, in the Bairrada district. Thanks to Bairrandi for these. Another night of fado and a banquet at Quinta do Cavalheiro in Mamarosa. We've also got look at that, Arroz do Galo. There we've got chicken rice, might have a bit of chicken's blood in it as well in Mamarosa. A 10K walk in Luso, that'll be lovely, where the water comes out of the ground in Luso near Busaco there, and the wonderful Palace Hotel and grounds, and a motorcycle meetup. If you like your bikes, a meetup, ride out, and lunch in Cantanhede. Thank you very much, Bairrandi, for those. Let's bring Rich back onto the screen now. Got you back there. This is looking amazing, Richard. When do you plan to open?
Well, optimistically, we do think we're on target. Good Friday, March the 29th.
How about that? Okay,
yeah,
rock and roll. Because when Simon was there,
I have to give a massive shout out. As I was saying earlier, the turnout for the original meeting to see if this whole thing was possible, we had over 80 people turn up. Both
tells you something, doesn't it?
Portuguese.
Yes. Now, what's that about, Rich? Is this because there is a latent reservoir of energy and good feeling that just needs a project of this kind to come out?
I think Communities United's had a lot to do with it.
Sure.
I think sadly losing Pit Stop has had a lot to do with it too.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think everyone wants a sort of if you want a proper bar, you know, I mean, although we're going to be doing lovely food, fantastic petiscos, it is mainly going to be about a bar in a speakeasy theme with music at its heart. And I think what's happening is people just don't have that place to go to at the minute. They really don't. It doesn't exist. Not really, even in Caldas. So I think we're hopefully filling that void. But equally, I think what we're doing is by bringing a lot of people in on the project itself and being literally involved and have ownership in it. You already got 80 odd people that want this place to succeed. And I think on that basis and limiting the amount of money that people could invest, it means that actually now a whole heap of people will own this business. And I couldn't think of anything better than that.
Sounds wonderful. And it will have your characteristic, I was going to say traditional. Communities United is not that old, but part of the ethics of Communities United is to bring the Portuguese and foreign communities together. And I'm sure that will be a theme that will run on in this bar as well, right?
Massively. We're going to be priced as well at what Portuguese locals expect, and rightly so. That they expect not to pay more than 80 euro cents for a coffee, or under €3 for a caneca of decent beer. And we're going to make sure that happens. And there's going to be standard Portuguese fare on the menus as well, which will be done our way, but it will also be realistically priced. And so we encourage the locals to come in as well as the expat community. And I think that's just so crucially important.
Well done, mate. This sounds fantastic. Leslie saying, looks great. Can't wait to have. He's got a Spanish. We've got a Spanish translation from Leslie now. El Prohibido as well. Maybe we can have that in all sorts of languages on the front door. Question from Owen for you, Richard. Will you be selling craft ales as well as the usual suspects?
We absolutely will. And the other most important thing for us is we're going to be sourcing those locally.
Yep.
So we've got already the Bordalo boys involved. We've got Malaika involved. We've got Netush involved. We've got Ansem down at Lourinhã involved.
Yes.
And they're going to be actually on tap as well. We're going to have a whole heap of beers on tap, and investing in a beer cooling walk-in fridge so the beers will keep properly. And it's at our heart. Music and beer.
This is amazing. This is an incredible thing that's happening in that community over there. So well done, all of you. I know it's a team effort. And for the team now, we conclude, I think it's right. If you need a little bit of shot in the arm as far as the energy of the workers goes, let's give them some dad jokes now, because I think they'll like these this morning as we take them into the weekend. And lies we tell our kids, because I think there's probably a few dads and granddads there who will recognize a few of these as well and might like to use them. João de Norte, this is an old classic. Why have elephants got big ears? Because nobody would pay the ransom. That's an oldie but goodie. Just warming up there with the dad jokes. Lies we tell our kids then. If you cross your eyes, they'll get stuck that way. This won't hurt. We've all said this as parents, haven't we? And ow! And if you don't stop lying, you'll end up as a fact checker for Facebook. That's a very modern one, lies we tell our kids there. On to the dad jokes then. My wife thought our kids were spoiled, but I think most kids smell that way. That's very good. Kids know nothing about the struggle of buying an entire album for just one song. Isn't that the truth, Rich? We don't have to do that anymore.
Do you know what? It is true, and I've got, if we're cutting off now, I was thinking of a really crummy joke that I could tell you as a dad joke, and there's nothing more applicable, and then I'll sign off. So a man walks into a bar, iron bar.
Well, hey, no, you're not done yet. I can't let you go on that note. Look at this. Now, this might be an issue at the new bar with the clientele that you've mentioned. I tried to dance last weekend, but my knees were louder than the music. That is definitely a Communities Unite thing. What do we do about that? What, have another Kaneka or eat more fish oil? What would you say is the right way to approach that? Turn the music up.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it louder. Just it'll go along with your knocking knees in time. That's not a problem.
There you go. That's the new strapline for the Prohibition bar, where the music is louder than your knees. How about that?
I like it.
Rich. Yeah. What a fantastic project. Keep us involved. Keep popping back and let us know what's going on.
Of course I will.
We'd love
Absolutely.
to be there. All right, mate.
We'll give you a shout.
Thank you. Superb. Let's leave it there, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for being here. All our wonderful guests. Take it easy. Have fun. And we'll see you on Monday for a bit of relaxation and mindful migration. See you then. Ciao, ciao. Bon fin de semana.
Bom dia, Portugal!
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know. Carl rings the bell and the members show to the GMP morning show. Featured guests will come and they will blow your mind. The audience will do so in kind. A little vanity mixed with some insanity on the morning show with GMP.
Good morning, Portugal, and I'd like to welcome you to another fantastic day